All right, guys, we are in the third video in this series, the top 100 cards in my collection. I have some cards over here on the side and more honorable mentions here in the background. But before you go over the next 20 cards, just wanted to briefly go over kind of how breakout cards started. So it started actually back at the University of Central Florida. Me and Steven were both in a club called Night Runners. So it's a running club here at the University of Central Florida, and found out we both collected cardboard. So ended up going to a few card shows, and then out of the whim, I guess we just started Breakout Cards just as kind of like a fun hobby YouTube channel, and it's scaled from there, right? Like when the channel first started, didn't really expect to go to card shows all across the United States, but it just slowly picked up steam, and it's been a lot of fun building out even more extensive PC, because the collection has grown quite a bit since starting the channel, both from the connections side of things and going to shows. So if you ever think about starting a YouTube channel about cards, I highly recommend to do that. And I'm not going to go over a bunch of tips because we're going to go over some cards. So let's start off with this. We have a Sam Langford 5.5. I actually have a copy that it's a 5. It looks just as nice. I was hoping that 5 got a 6 and then I could just sell this copy. But if I do get a 6 or a 7, I'll sell the other 2. And here's that. Next, another N76 Alexander Hamilton. Really cool with all the books here in the background. I think 3.5 was a little generous, but it does have really great imagery on that one. It looks like we have like a piece of tape or something stuck on that card. I would consider this one of the grails of music cards. This is the 1992 Hellas Janky Nirvana. These were based out of Finland, produced by Leaf Gum, and 7.5 is a very tough grade to get with these. Most of these have like nameplate issues down below and a lot of chipping, and also the backs peel off. So a lot of stuff that could go wrong with these, and this is technically the premier Nirvana, if you want to call it, rookie card. Another Lone Jack over here. This is of U.S. Grant. 1.5, but a very tough series to find, and that's the same as the Bartholdi that I showed in the first video, but you can see a little bit of the back over here. 1933 Walter Hagen Sports Kings. This one got a 5. Another N76 Robert Fulton. This is a 7, which is my highest in the series. 7 grade is very tough. Steamboat over there, he was able to create and made a huge impact on trade. And also, I believe, developed some cities because of the Steamboat. Another one, kind of sad, this didn't get a numerical grade. It says minimum size, but like so many of these are going to be cut like this. Regardless, a super nice Franklin. I think there's a small crease right over there, but like, look at those corners, man. Wicked sharp. A little bit of paper loss. So this would be probably like a 2.5 if I graded it. Probably all over again. This is probably the best cricket card in my collection. This is a Victor Trumper 1899 Ogden, which you notice these are white Ogdens, a little bit different than your black and white ones. I still need to get some golfers in here. I missed out on some bidding. There was a Varden in that set that I really want, but also like there is some other cricketers I'm still needing. Definitely I want to get the Ranji within here. And I think like Monty Noble is also in there. A few others, but like I said, very, very tough. F&J Smith, Tom Morris. So I talked about different backs. This one is a blue back. The Varden was a red. Paid up for this example, but not the best looking, but still pretty tough to find. Jeanette, and a lot of you guys would never think this card would make my top 100, especially like where this is at. But here's the thing: the African American boxers in this Red Sun cigarettes are impossible to find. So these were a local issue, based in the South, Louisiana to be matter of fact. All the black boxers in the set are like pop 3 or pop 4. Now Jeanette is probably the 4th best out of that group. Number 1 is going to be your Jack Johnson, which that card is, I would assume, probably $20,000, if not more, in a 1, or even like in this type of shape. Then number 2, you're going to have Sam Langford, which I'll show you the sampling for it a little bit later. Then you have Gans, and then you have Jeanette. So I have 2 of the 4. I will never be able to afford the Jack Johnson, but if I ever have the chance to get Gans, I would get that. But that's why this one is here in the set. All right. Albert Einstein, this is technically his rookie card or first card. 2.5, great eye appeal, does have that crease like right there. I don't mind it. I'm going to keep this copy until I can find a 6 or higher. Again, very tough card. I recently made a video on it, so I'm not going to cover it too much. Corbett. So this is also the reason why I think this is an 1894 release. Look, it says copyright 1894 on there for the Mayo's cut plug. But it would make more sense too, because if you look at when Mayo baseball or football cards, they're 1895. Why would boxers be 5 years earlier? Like, so many things on paper does not make sense why this would be an 1890 set. So I'm leaning towards 1894. Sears, one of the best tennis players in the 1800s. This one got a 4, which is a very nice grade. This example. I don't know if I get a 4 now with some staining, but it is an older label. Edgar Allan Poe. I've had so many people ask me for this card, but very, very tough one to find. 4.5. Another Tom Morris, Guinea Gold. This one got a 4. I have another Tom Morris card a little bit later. E79, Jack Johnson, a 3.5. There. N76, Thomas Jefferson in a 4. Mike Schmidt, O-Pee-Chee, rookie card. You can see that rough edge cut. All of these. And 2 larger cards, so I'm just going to move these shortly out of the way. The first one, Edison Franklin Morse. 3 of the greatest inventors in the 1800s.